Hey y'all. So there's this story going around on TikTok. It's not really new, but I just got into it and it really has me bothered. So I had to come down here and talk to y'all a little bit about it because it's crazy. So there's this young woman, beautiful lady. She's dealing with this guy at work. I think she has a boyfriend, but she's talking to this guy at work. And if you've ever been involved with, a workplace romance, then you already know how that goes. So she's dealing with the dude. He has a girlfriend, baby mama situation going on himself. And it's really not looking too good for their relationship either. So one day, him and the young lady are walking to the little corner store, Quick Trip, I believe. And his sister and his girlfriend spots him. You already know a situation was about to happen. Luckily, he was able to kind of calm that down and the crisis was averted. Well, 2 days later, his girlfriend decides to put together a little scheme. I believe he was sleeping because I think he works at night. So he was asleep. The girlfriend grabs his phone and she begins texting the other young lady from his phone, pretending to be him, trying to get her over to their apartment complex. Well, it works. The young lady, she sees the text messages and for whatever reason, I do not know why, she takes the bait. She walks on over to the apartment complex. I believe their apartment complexes were right next to each other. So she just walked. She walks on over there and it's an ambush. It's the girlfriend and his sister. They attack her. A beating commences. The sister is filming the entire thing and it's really brutal. It's like they really went to work on this girl. After the beating, they take her cell phone and they walk back to their apartment. Unfortunately, the young girl, she was beat up really, 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 really bad, but she needed her phone. So she follows them to get her phone back from the ladies. I guess at this point, the boyfriend, he wakes up, he hears all the commotion going on. He's like, what's happening? They're not trying to tell him what happens. So he goes to look at the door. He sees the girl beaten up really, really bad. Somehow he gets the phone from them. He gives the girl the phone. She's like looking at him like, you set me up to get beat up. He's confused. He don't know what she's talking about. But instead of him trying to figure out what she's talking about, he closes the door in his face and he goes on about his business. Later on, that young lady finds herself in the hospital. I'm not sure if she was in pain. I'm not sure if she was just walking around, full of adrenaline or anger. I don't know what it was. But she finds herself at the hospital with really bad injuries. Apparently, a gland that sits above her kidney, I believe, ruptured, and so she needs emergency surgery. Unfortunately, she is not able to get surgery from that facility. They have to transport her to another. But before they could do that, she passed away. Luckily, she was able to speak to authorities. I'm not sure, maybe at the hospital or before she got to the hospital, but she was able to let, the authorities know her side of the story before she passed away. So later on that night, I believe the police came when the incident initially started. The police did go to the apartment, question the ladies what happened. And the girlfriend, she thinks she's just so smart. She thinks she just know it all. She answered their questions. They went on about their business. But obviously, after they find out that the young lady passed away, they got to come back and ask more questions. Now this is an investigation. This is a homicide investigation. This is no longer just a little fight that happened in the parking lot. And if you've seen the videos on TikTok, or if you haven't, you can go and look them up. But clearly the girlfriend, she knows she's messed up. This is where she knows she's fucked up at this point. And she starts saying, that was not my intention. It was a fight. She came over here to me. It was mutual. I have bipolar depression. I've been going through a lot. I never thought that my fiance would cheat on me. Like, she already knows that she has fucked up. But the sister, the boyfriend's sister, her brain wasn't on the same type of speed. Because she's laughing, she's smirking, she's making faces. She's not taking this serious. Like, she is aware that this girl has passed away because of some harm that you all caused to her. But she doesn't quite seem to get the seriousness of this situation happening right here. So she just laughing. When they get to the police station, they separate them. But before they can get to the police station, the boyfriend, I think, was coming home, and he missed the part where the girl had passed away. He thinks they're just asking more questions about the fight, not knowing, things have really taken a turn. So they're asking him the questions, and baby, he's answering everything truthfully. Because at this point, he no longer wants to be with his girlfriend anymore, but he's kind of stuck because they both, they're not from the area. They moved down there, I think, a year previous. And he's kind of stuck in this situation with this lady and these kids that he don't want to be in these situations. And he's pissed off at what she has done. So he's telling the story. He's letting them know. Yeah, they attacked this girl. They lured her here. They used my phone to do it. I had no parts in it. I didn't know nothing about it. But I do want to know, how is she doing? I know she don't want to talk to me. I'm not going to bother her. I would just like to know, she's okay. Because she says in the text message, I think, to him that, hey, I have heart problems, and your sister and your girlfriend kicked me in my heart, kicked me in my back, in my chest, all these things. So he just really wants to know, how is she doing? Is she okay? I promise I'm not going to bother her. And so they let him know, she, we just got a phone call that she passed away. And you can't even fake his reaction. You really can't. He fell on the ground. He was crying. He was like, stop playing with me. Stop playing with me. He did not believe what they were saying to him. And yeah, that's really what happened. He was like, y'all take my phone. Y'all can download whatever. Y'all can do what y'all want to. I know she deleted some of the text messages, but it's all there. Y'all just take the phone. Y'all do with it what you need to do, because they had no business doing what they did. Which I was happy that he did that, because that's the very, very, very least you could do, since you invited this girl into your own nonsense, Well, back at the police station, they split, the two dummies up. The girlfriend, she in the room, and she's just like, this was not my intention. She's trying to speak all eloquently now. This is not my intention. I've just been going through a lot. I just really didn't expect this man to cheat on me. We moved down here for a better life, to buy a home, and this, that, and the third, and my fiance, and he your fiance, but bruh telling the police, he don't want nothing to do with you. Which we see now the motive. You are upset that you cannot make this man stay with you. And so you took it out on this poor girl, and this girl has now lost her life. So she's sitting there not knowing what to do. Her hand in her head, she don't know what to do. In the other room, you have his sister, and she's just so stupid. She's really, really slow. She's saying everything. She's telling them. They're not even really asking her much. She's like, let me just tell y'all what happened from my perspective. Because she doesn't think that this is falling back on her. So she explains everything about how, they have not been getting along. Her brother and his girlfriend have been fighting nonstop ever since they moved down there. Things are not great. And her brother confessed to her that he was cheating. She let the girl know, hey, this is what my brother told me. She lets it all out. She speaks on how, they basically lured the girl over there. They jumped out on her. They made her think, the brother was in on it. She tells everything. And the entire time, as she's telling them what's going on, as she's narrating this girl's murder, she is laughing. She is smirking. She is just giggly. She thinks this is hilarious. Oh, yeah, she was kind of little. I didn't think she was that. She, just saying dumb stuff that's just not necessary. It's just not needed. And so by the time they get to everything, they're like, so how did she get to you guys' apartment? She explains every single thing in all the details. One of the people, I'm not sure if it was a police officer or DA, I'm not sure who was asking her the questions. But, there was one that was being real straight-laced, and then there was one that was being real friendly. And I don't even know if they tricked her, because she was so willing to cooperate. She was just saying everything. She was spilling her guts. So basically, when it was all said and done, her and her sister-in-law, they got matching charges. They have both been sentenced to 20 years each in prison. Now, personally, I don't think that that's long enough. I definitely think that the other sister, the girlfriend, I think she should have gotten way heavier charges. She needed 60, 70 years, because You lured this woman to you. Now, I'm going to start with the girl. I don't understand how a man that I'm messing with, we both in different situations, but that's not even the point. I know that you're in a situation and you live with your situation. I don't understand why I would be going to your house to help you with anything. Not to change your tire, not to give you no sugar, not to give you a cup of flour, a stick of butter, a high five, a conversation, nothing. There's no reason why I would be going to your house. I don't care what you say in those text messages. I'm not coming. But unfortunately for that girl, he tugged at her heartstrings and she went over there. And I really wish she hadn't, because it cost her life. It cost her son his mother. It's so messed up. But the person who's really to blame is the person who ended her life, or the two people responsible for ending her life. And it's just really sad. You're in a relationship that's not doing so well, and you're trying everything and you're at your wit's end. And for you to say, you know what, I'm going to steal his phone, pretend to be him, call this girl or text this girl and lure her to where I'm at so that I can physically assault her. Girl, don't you know the relationship has been dead at that point? The relationship is over. When you find yourself doing those types of things, you should already know that there's no more relationship to save. Like, I feel bad for her because I'm sure she has spent many a sleepless nights trying to figure out how to save her relationship. But there wasn't a relationship anymore. You made this guy move away from his family and your family so that you guys could have a fresh start, because you knew the relationship was already done. And then you did not think that, okay, well, when we move to another town, it's going to be new girls over there. It's going to be different distractions over there. Just a different name and a different face. But your relationship is done. So you go so far to lure a woman over there so you can physically assault her, and she loses her life. And then you're sitting there feeling sorry for yourself. As if this happened to you, but you did this to yourself. And what really bothered me is, like, to me, it seems as though, you know, she's the money maker. She's the one that gets things going. She's the one that comes up with the plan in the relationship. You have his little sister that follows you around, like wherever you say, whatever you do, she's there, right there with you, your right-hand man, because she's not that bright herself. I don't think her or her brother is very bright. Neither one of them are very bright. And you control them. But you're at the point where you can no longer control your boyfriend. And so you resort to assaulting the young lady he has romantic feelings for. That's disgusting. It's I just don't understand. Now your two children are without their mother. That young lady's child is without her because of you wanted a relationship. If the man don't want you, let him go. He don't want to be with you no more, let him go. I'm so sick of people thinking like you thought that you put your hands on that girl, like you ran her away, right? You ran her away. What do you think he's doing right now? You're behind bars. And he's laid up with several different women at this point. He's gotten his freedom from you. And now you're behind bars. You literally took this woman out of this earth and you're still alone because this man ain't with you now. Like, why would you do that? I was so disgusted by the story. I feel so bad for the girl. I really, really did. I really felt bad for the girl because she didn't deserve that. Nobody deserves that. Like, does a woman deserve to be in a relationship with a man and he cheat on her and he leave her single mother? No, but come on. And do I believe she wanted to end this girl's life? I don't think she wanted to go that far with it. But you have to think about it. When you put your hands on someone, you don't know where that could go. You don't know what pre-existing conditions that they have. You don't know that if you're taking out your anger and your frustration on someone, you can really do some damage. And if you saw the videos on TikTok or if you hear the audio, that girl wasn't even fighting back. That girl wasn't even trying to fight back. She just wanted it to end. And it's like, I'm just disgusted. I'm mad and I'm angry that she only got 20 years. She deserved way more than just 20 years. And you know how the system can be. She may not even serve that full 20 years. But that girl is gone forever. Her son lost his mother forever. Why? Because you are a jealous banshee. Because you're upset that a man did not want to be with you anymore. And now he's really not with you. What was the purpose of any of this? And the way that she spoke to the police officers really pissed me off. It was like, she just knew she was smart. She just knew she had all the answers, Sway. Like saying, oh, this wasn't my intention. And it was a mutual combat. She came over here. You lying as if they're not going to look into what happened. As if they're not going to look at her phone and check her records. As if there were not people watching. There was no witnesses. Someone called the police. Like, she was so pompous about, she just knew she was going to get out of that situation. It really disgusted me. I was so angry about it. I had to come down here and talk to somebody about it because I had to get this off my chest. Because who does this? Who does this? People really think that fighting stuff is cute. After a certain age, you can't be going around putting your hands on people. She really put her hands on that girl, and that girl is gone now for good. Like, what? Yeah, that thing just really made me so angry, y'all. But if you have a chance, look it up. The victim's name is Ashley Bocanegra. This happened in Beaufort, Georgia, right outside of Atlanta. Terrible thing. I think this occurred back in 2022, but I'm just now hearing the story. It has really annoyed me. It's really bothered me. I hate that this situation really happened, y'all. But like I said, y'all can look into it. It's all over TikTok. I think there's a story about it on YouTube as well. But yeah, thanks for listening to me, y'all. Because I was so upset. But yeah, please like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you.